Hi friends, I was just thinking of that what to talk about today because I'm again on wheels, behind the wheel. Actually, the word is behind the wheels. But because this series I have named is English on Wheels, so I'm ready with it. So I was just thinking about that what to talk about today. Every day it's not possible for me to make these kinds of videos because a number of times I have to stop here and there to collect, to buy, to gather the material for my work, and then that creates disturbance. And if the video is not complete by the time like I reach to my work, so that incomplete video doesn't make a sense because next day again is a new day, and sometimes I mean, I don't like, if once I have started making the video, I always feel like that by the time I reach to my work, it should be complete. In today's video, I want to share my experiences in the form of 5 tips, you can say. Actually, these are not the tips, these are the steps, you can say. Yes, 5 steps which I followed, and I started from scratch, and today I have reached to a certain level, I can simply say. And if suppose I'm going to share those steps, might be these steps, if you follow, they work in your favor in a much better way as compared to mine, like better than mine. So now step 1, if you really want to hone your communication skills, and especially if you want to talk in this language, then the first very important step is admit your flaws. Start saying openly. I don't mean that um, you come in the public and say, okay, I don't know English and I want to learn it. Open in the sense, to your inner self, yes, I don't know, but I want to excel in this language, and accept it wholeheartedly. Then have the idea that how far you have to go. Like when I started my journey, I started from scratch, I would say. Before that, I couldn't talk. I don't remember any moment when I could talk except 1 or 2 sentences in English, leaving aside my subject, because I am from a science background, and science is always, as a student, it was taught to us in English medium, and as a teacher, I have been teaching to my students in English for so many years. But teaching some subject in English and to talk to someone in this language, these are altogether different things. Because when you teach, like when I was teaching to my students, teaching some subject in this language, at that time your vocabulary is just restricted to your subject. It is confined to your this discourse, like your subject only. So every day we are repeating the same terms and talking the same way, so that is not actually talking or speaking in English. So when I decided that I want to work on my communication skills, I admitted it openly. Okay, this is a flaw. People say that I am good communicator, but when it comes to English, I know I couldn't speak well. So this is very important first step, admit your flaws. Second, always take the help of someone. It is very important. Instead of just, you can say, fighting with your inner self, like having a sort of tug of war with your inner self, like I want to do it, but how to do it kind of thing, or struggling with your inner self, better late than never. And once you have decided, take the help of someone. I give you my example. When I started, I took this first step because the lust for this language has always been there inside my mind. Maybe I was a kind of person who, during my college or university days, I would look up to the people who could converse well. Not, I can't give you the example, or I never bothered about the people who were not knowing, my friends or colleagues who did know this language. My focus had always been the people who could converse, or who were conversing better than me, or who were talking in or speaking in language. So when I took up this step, how did I like, in what way I was taking the help of the experts? I was a professor in the college. I'm highly educated. I'm having so plethora of degrees to my credit, but in spite of it, it is, it is difficult to admit your flaws, and that also when you reach at a certain level. But once I made up my mind that I want to work on my language, I first of all prepared myself. Okay, degrees are on one side, but this is a lacuna, and this is somehow hampering, or it is disturbing my personality, and I want to become a whole self, not incomplete self. So that was there at the back of my mind, not at the back of my mind, inside my mind all the time. So I took the help of, at that very time I started taking the help of my colleague from the Department of English. So after my class was over, I was done with my routine classes, or whenever there were free periods, I would go to my colleague from the Department of English. I would ask her that, my dear, that this is a word, this is my problem, now you let me know how to frame the sentence. Or if I had at that time, like I was having some word with me and that was scrolling through my mind, but I was not clear about the exact meaning, then I would ask her that what is the exact meaning of this word. So she would always help me out with my queries. I started my journey that way. I would pen down, I would jot down everything in my diary. So I started noting down all the terms and phrases, vocabulary, everything. This way my journey was going on, and it went on going this way for many years. But then I made up my mind to do something rigorously in this regard. Like one fine day when I stumbled upon some video accidentally, and it happened during the COVID period. During COVID period, so many good things also emerged at that time. So I was just using YouTube to watch Hindi, Bollywood, old classic movies at that time. And during that period, I came across some video where I noticed that people, they converse with each other, and this way they work on their communication skills, or they do the practice of English speaking. And from that I had the idea that there are some professional kind of platforms also. Though again it took me 4-5 months to take up that decision to get enrolled for that platform, because these are all paid kind of platforms where you pay the fee for some limited number of conversations, and the time allotted is 15 or 20 or 25 minutes at the maximum, and you talk to the experts. That was very important, and that I think played a very important role in my case, because with that I started becoming confident, which I think I was not initially. Because when for the first time I was to converse with some expert, my heart was beating so fast, and some stress was there at the back of my mind since beginning the day I was to take my first session. I remember, because I was not confident, and that fear of camera and talking to someone who talks better than you, so that thing was there. So I joined that platform. So it means you should also take the help of that kind of platform, or some expert. If you have somebody in your life who can help you out with this thing, that start talking to the person who is better than you. Though they were not, everybody was not pointing out my mistakes, but at least the benefit I could get out of it was that with the passage of time, I started noticing that confidence in my tone, in my style. So that I achieved out of those conversations. Another number 4, that is self-talk. You may not join any platform, you may not find anybody around you to talk to. So the better thing is you be your own company. Start talking to yourself. At least, everyone of us, we have studied this subject during our school or college days. So we are not totally new to this language, but the important thing or the difference is that we don't converse, so we are not habitual to it. Start talking to yourself whenever you have time, whether you are doing anything in the kitchen, or you are taking your bath, or doing any household chore, you are driving, whatever you are doing, or at work, whenever you have time. The important thing is start talking to yourself. And I have now reached at my work. I should sum up this video. And the fifth, last important point is always have learner's mindset. Never think that you have reached at a certain level. A number of times people, they say me this way that, okay, you have reached over here, and every time you are saying that you are a learner, start portraying yourself now that, okay, you have reached to a certain level. Now you can teach somebody. If somebody comes to you, like, present yourself as a tutor. So that is a altogether different thing. I don't know what the fate has in store for me, but yes, I am a kind of person who always believe. Even I have taught my subject for almost 20 years as a teacher, as a professor. And even during that time, I have been feeling that I have been a learner throughout that teaching career. And of course, it is the truth, because when I was teaching my lecture to my students, every day I was preparing my lecture and going through the books, through notes, through internet, many new things I used to learn on everyday basis. So always have learner's mindset. So that is very important. Like, still when I am practicing my English speaking skills, if I could reach up to 10% of the actual level, still 90% is left. Or if I have to hypothetically compare myself, that how far I have come so far as this learning English is concerned, I would say that whatever I could do by, like, I started from scratch and I have reached to some level, this is simply the tip of the iceberg. 90% of that is lying in deep in the ocean, where I have to dive in and come up with more content. My God is going into the basement. It's always very risky. So far I'm done with it. So these are the 5 steps. Please follow these steps, and the examples I have shared with you, these are all practical, my practical experience. Maybe it works in much better way in your case, better than mine.